In today's video, I want to show you how you can use multiple bevels and take advantage of the modifier stack order to kind of get different results here on your objects, just like this, completely non-destructively. So let's hop into it. Alright, so we're going to start with the default cube here. Let me turn on a matte cap so you can see it better. And the first thing I want to show you is how the bevel modifier works on a structural level. So if I go in here and I add in a generate bevel, you have a few different settings here. You have segments, just how many segments you want. And then you also have the amount, which is how large the bevel, actually is. So I'm going to right click, shade auto smooth. This will stay pinned to the bottom. You can keep that pinned. Don't touch the smooth by angle. That's just the auto smooth. Leave that alone. Just focus up here. Now, the first thing I have is this bevel. I have the segments and I have the size. Now I'm going to make one size right here. Now, obviously this is a modifier, meaning this is non-destructive. I can turn this on and off. And if I go into edit mode, I don't have access to that bevel. Obviously, if I apply the bevel, then I do. But right now I don't have it applied. This is non-destructive, right? Now, the way this kind of works is this bevel right here is set to angle. An angle is based on a physical angle between the faces. So right now, this is set to 30 degrees, right? Now let me just add in another cube right here, okay? And let me just go to another bevel. We'll make this one, just one segment, 45 degrees. Now the angle, if I set this or adjust this here, you're going to see right now, depending on the angle here, is when it'll stop catching. You can kind of see once we hit the 90-degree angle there, it doesn't capture it because this is 90 degrees right here. So this is based on an actual angle threshold. So the default one I tend to use is 30. That one's fine. Now let's say I went in here and I added in a boolean operation. So I'm going to add in, we'll go to Shift A, Mesh, we'll add in a cube. I'm going to put this cube right here, and then we'll add a boolean modifier. We'll choose this cube as the object. I'll even add a bevel. On this one, I can add like a physical bevel here in edit mode, just like that. Shade that one auto smooth. And then basically what I have here is I have the bevel, but the reason this bevel is not over here, right, is simply because the bevel was executed first. This boolean comes after the bevel, meaning this bevel operation is already finished. Now let's say I flip this. Let's say the boolean here was above the bevel. Now it's going to pick it up, right? You're going to see we have the boolean. Let me turn both of these off. We have the boolean, and then we have the bevel right here. See? So it kind of depends on the order. If the bevel is going first, now you have a bit more control because this one is not affected yet. So now what I could actually do is I could stack another bevel modifier with a different size. So for example, I could go to bevel. On this one, I'll increase the segments. We'll keep the angle set to 30. That should be fine. And then here, notice how I can adjust the amount on this one. So now I have one bevel right here, one size. And then I have another bevel right here on a different size. And then again, you can stack this like multiple times over. Let's say I added in another cube. So we're going to go to generate boolean. I'm going to choose this. Then we can just go ahead and hide that one, right? Could do the same thing. I could actually just duplicate this and then move it down. And now the only issue I see here are these weird corners. That's going to happen sometimes. You want to change the outer miter to an arc always, okay? Always use the arc feature in here. If you use hard ops, add-ons like that, it's already built in. But now I can just go in there. I also need to make sure this cube is smoothed. There we go. So now I have one bevel size right here, right? And I have another bevel size up on this one. And then I have a third bevel size here on this one. So notice how the order of the modifiers here really matters because, for example, if I move this boolean down here, now this one's not going to have a bevel at all because this bevel right here has already finished, right? This one's actually not doing anything now. You kind of get the idea. Now this part here is very important. You do not want to use the harden normal feature if you have multiple bevels, multiple bevel modifiers. Instead, you want what's called like a universal harden normals, which is essentially just the weighted normal modifier. So I'm going to go in here. We're going to add that. And this is going to kind of act as like the universal, normal correction. You're going to use a weighted normal in this case. If I just had one bevel modifier, it'd be completely fine to just use hard normals, but since I have three, they're going to conflict with each other. You don't want to do that. So use a weighted normal instead. And there you go. Now you have three different size bevels. And obviously all of these are non-destructive. If I ever wanted to apply these, I could apply that one. Here, this Boolean, I could apply that. You get the idea. So you kind of have control depending on how, non-destructive you want to work. Now, if you're a hard ops user, you don't need to do any of this manually. I'm going to show you how to do this in hard ops. So in hard ops, I can just press Q and then add in a bevel very easily. And then if I want to add in a second bevel, like I did before, we would go here to the operations panel and choose step. What step does is it adds in a second bevel at half the size. Notice this one right here. This original one is 0.398. And then if I divide that by 2, it's, okay, maybe it's not exactly half. I thought it was half, but it's close enough to half. So that way when I add in a, Boolean operation here, you need to get rid of the smooth by angle as well. That way when I add in the Boolean operation here, you're going to see it has a bit of a different result. Now I can't go too far or it's going to start overlapping, right? That's why we have that weird glitch. This bevel needs to be smaller. And then if you just go to the bevel and hold Control and scroll down, now you can adjust this one. And you can also adjust this one. So you can kind of stack these. So again, operations step, if I add in another one, this one is going to be a third size. Let me remove this. So now I have one size right here, and I have another size right here, and then I have another size here on the outside. Again, it's all completely non-destructive. So that is kind of how the bevel operations work, how you want to deal with the modifier stack and the modifier orders, because depending on the order, you're going to get a completely different result. For example, if I moved this Boolean up here, now it's going to inherit this bevel instead, right? You can kind of see just because the order was changed, we get a completely different result. So now we have two Booleans, adapting this one bevel. It all depends on the order of the modifiers. Now, guys, if you're brand new to hard surface modeling and any of this is confusing, definitely check out our Hard Surface Accelerator program. This is the best training program on the market for learning hard surface modeling in Blender, shown by thousands and thousands of student results. This is just going to bypass all the YouTube learning and just give you the information you need in the shortest period of time. In general, it takes about 2 weeks with just 30 to 60 minutes per day of work. Very easy, very fun, and you'll get good at Blender just like all of our students have done here. So if you're interested in that program, it'll be linked in the top of the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.